Welcome back to the Hangout with Kimani, and this is Ask a Mom featuring
Rachel Kimani, Abby's mom, and I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, thank you. Some people say we look alike.
Do we?
We do look alike, but you haven't seen my dad yet. So welcome back to my channel, guys. If you haven't hit the subscribe button, please do so, and thank you so much for liking my videos and sharing them with your family and your friends. So mom, today I usually tackle topics that people avoid, wanapiga a corner when they see it. So today, this is a topic that I'm sure most parents don't like. But you've already read the thumbnail, so you know what it is. She doesn't know what it is. Mom, who's your favorite child? That's the topic for today.
Oh my God.
We're about to find out. Mom, question number 1 is, did your mom show signs of loving one child more than others? And who was it? Which uncle or auntie was it?
That's a hard one. My mom really didn't show favoritism. What would happen, she would commend the ones who did what was expected more. And to me, it felt like, hey, that one is always having their strengths being brought out. To her, it was not favoritism. She hoped that when we hear commendations, maybe we would improve and we would be ourselves. There was no favoritism. As a matter of fact, most times she would call us. She would beat us and tell us she loved us.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Well, interesting. Question number 2. How many children were you planning on having? I know it's not related, but I won't save some particular questions for last. So I want to have just a few basic questions on parenting,
okay,
and then I bring the interesting questions at the last part. So how many children are you planning on having?
Like after I got married?
Yes.
That's the question.
Yeah.
What I was planning and what happened just proves that God is the one who actually plans our lives. I'd wanted many children, like maybe 6.
Okay.
I had hoped to get 6 children. You know, I've said this before.
From the womb?
Yes. From my womb. Yes. But you remember, I don't know if you remember, we had discussed other options. Because you can parent children who have come from your womb and others who have not come from your womb. You can adopt, but I had wanted 6 biological children. But like I've said before, you're allowed to think like that when you're a bit younger, even as a younger parent, until when you learn to submit your plans and your realities, you align them with God's will. I'm glad that right now the quiver is full of those arrows which are there. God gave me 3, and I'm happy. I think they're enough work.
Okay.
For now.
Enough work. Okay. Thank you. Personally, I think that I would like to have maybe like 2 children, biological, and then like I adopt 2, or like I adopt 1. I want to adopt a child. But anyway, Mom, how many children do you think is the ideal number? Like, is a good number? Because personally, I think like 6 is. Oh, that's a lot. But how many children do you think is an ideal number?
Actually, 6 is not many. It just depends on somebody's world of reality. And then maybe let me just put it this way. Children are a gift from God.
Yeah.
We don't give ourselves. Let me just clarify that. No woman, no man give themselves a child. There are many people who have desired to have children and they don't have. So we just talk about the gift of children with a lot of humility, with a lot of caution, because you can have biological children and you can have many other children that God will bring into your life. Why I say 6 is not many, but I don't know. We were born 10 and I'm the 7th born of my mother. So 6 is not many. When I look at my siblings right now, sometimes I wonder, if we were born 2,
I know.
which of my siblings would I not want to have? But because all of them are amazing, they're interesting, and as you grow older together, you realize you build one another a lot. But again, coming back to that number 6 is high. It's true, depending on who is saying that. When our parents gave birth to us, sometimes I always ask, how did they manage? They were 10 and they didn't have the resources that we have right now, naturally. Even though there are still the same challenges of raising children, finances, taking care of crashes at the wrong time, parenting through school and books and all that, but they managed. We normally say in African culture, when God gives you a child, every child comes with blessings holding like this. So I know the excuses that sometimes we have. Many children, how will I feed them? What will I do? If God has granted you the privilege of having children, if children come, God will make a way. However, we should be responsible. We shouldn't give birth to children and then we are unable to raise them. We are unable to shelter them. We are unable to take them to school, because doing those responsibilities is part of our calling, part of our gifting, and part of our demand from God. So I would, if you're asking me about you, I don't know. But if you have 6, you would get the extra 3 that I did not get. You're dashing my hopes.
No, how many grandchildren do you want from me?
6. The same.
Okay. Mom, what is your favorite part about parenting?
Oh, that's a nice one. I have so many. I couldn't name them all, but one of the ones that I enjoy most in parenting is being a friend to you. Not the very extreme friend. I believe in our parenting journey with you and your brothers, the way we have become friends, the way we have become closer is because we have been friends. But being friends does not mean we have not clashed. We have clashed a lot. We have fought a lot. We have argued a lot. And you are an arguer. You can argue your case out. I think we can sleep late. Yes, and but I think the part I appreciate most is when we are able to talk heart to heart, and the way you're able to talk about yourself to me without being so careful. There are many times you have told me I'm about to disappoint you, and sometimes I think, what does Abby think? When she keeps telling me that, I'm able to tell that you're becoming self-aware of yourself, and that is my favorite part, whereby I'm able to be me to you. I'm able to be your mother. At the same time, I'm able to be your friend. I am able to be that person who you run to when you're in a dilemma. You're able to come and say, I'm thinking about this, no matter how ugly and irritating sometimes that one is. I think the other part that makes my journey in parenting quite memorable is the fact that God is the center pillar between me and my children. And when I'm able to let God know what I aspire, what I think, what kind of a mother I would like to be. Because sometimes, even mothers, we have dreams. I want my child to be like this, but I've learned to turn that coin to me and say, I would like to be this kind of parent to Abby and the brothers. I would like to be like this. I would like to be an example. I'd like to be a mirror. I think that stands out for me, the fact that I'm not the best. I'm not a perfect parent, but God is a perfect parent. Okay. I'm able to bring the perfect father, the perfect parent into my parenting journey. Okay. But friendship stands out most. Okay. Speeches, conversations stand out most.
Sure. So, by the way, parents, it's not good to give birth to a child and set them to a script, because your child won't like that. They might not show it, but they won't like that. Anyway, so Mom, studies show that 74% of female parents or mothers have a favorite child, and 70% of dads have a favorite child. That one child that they like, So, Mom, who is your favorite child?
Yay, that's a tough one. Sincerely speaking, I think it's natural. Maybe the question should not be the favorite, but anyway,
sure,
I think what you're asking is, is there a child amongst your children who you feel like they are easy, they understand you more, you understand them more? The thing is, a mother's love is equal to all the children. It's only dissected and given in different proportions to the children. What I give to you, I don't give it to Joe, and I don't give it to Nebai. But what I give to them, I don't give it to, yet they get it because you're related. And what makes children sometimes feel like, oh, so and so is a favorite. It's the same thing I used to feel when I would be told, I have a small sister. If Koi you're watching, we would always be bullied because of you, because she was bright. Yeah, she was bright, she was smart, she was small, and we're always being reminded, why can't you be like her? She uses her brains. Parents and neighbors never meant bad, but we always ended up feeling bad. But I think honestly, as we have related, I haven't been able to tell you, why don't you behave like so and so? Why don't you behave like so and so?
So let me rephrase my question. Do you have a favorite child?
No,
do you?
I don't.
Okay.
No, I don't.
Okay,
And
sure.
their tendencies, but their tendencies, whereby I should satisfy your curiosity. Their tendencies and their natural tendencies for mothers to feel sometimes like they have a soft spot for a more obedient child, a more easygoing child, a child who doesn't have conditions, like when I call you, like for example, see, this is a condition.
Oh my, I know who it is.
You know who it is?
I know who it is.
No, because you know who it is. It's not favorism. It is because even parents have a need.
Yeah,
They just want that child who you call and they don't ask you, so what do you want? Okay, let me look at my hours. However, it is important for me as a mother and for you mothers to actually appreciate and to teach your children the power of the word no. That your child should be able to say, no, Mom, I'm coming, but give me a few of the minutes. What brings these tendencies of feeling like a mom or a dad is favoring a child is when some children, they drag their feet. I'm not saying anything here. Some children, they are more quicker. But there's a disadvantage when a child is always available. They can end up being overworked because they always say yes, they come quickly. So, but I don't have favorites.
Okay, sure, sure.
But I desire that all of you become quick like that one. I didn't name anyone.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, so thank you guys so much for watching. And for any parents who are watching this, if you have a favorite child, don't make it obvious because it hurts the other children because they're like, are we not good enough? It has long-term effects of hurting children. So please, it's natural to have one, but just don't make it obvious.
Let me just add, we shouldn't have favorite children. In the Bible, whenever a parent showed favorism, in the end, things will work out against that child.
God, even God has. How come? God, because I think personally God has favorism because, like, look at Akina Elijah. He was able. You remember those 3 good children? Was like, he parangoto. Like, you remember how he killed them? Like, he sent like 2 bears to kill them, and God was like, they call him parangoto. What?
No, but your brother thinks Elijah used God's grace wrongly.
Okay, true.
You know,
but it was still favorism because.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay, sure.
I think that in those times, the power of God was at supply and control until the Holy Spirit came
yes,
for his jurisdiction. So every prophet had the power, and apparently Elisha liked abusing his whenever he had the chance.
Okay, so but that's just abusing of the power of God before the Holy Spirit came around. But
no, God doesn't have favorites. He sent us,
true.
all of us.
It's natural for parents to have favorites,
but we should work around
trying not
fighting
to have
that. And we should use our skills and our wisdom we should depend on God to help us. Actually, when we feel like one child is not maybe gifted like the other child, it is our duty. It is our duty to strengthen that which we feel is making that child not to stand out.
Yeah, and you don't actually remind them like, oh, why can't you be like this one, or like, oh, like you should be like, you should do it like this. So
yeah, but even that child should be waking up and pulling up their socks.
You know, let's just end the video here. Thank you guys so much for watching and subscribing to my channel, and please share this video to your family and your friends, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.